I think we're live, family. Let me see. Oh yeah, we're live. Peace and Black Power, family. I want to welcome everybody to another NCRBGZ Productions. Yes, it's September the 21st, 2017, and we glad to be in the land of the living. Today's topic is the hardest job in the world is. We put a question mark behind that because today we want to talk about what is the hardest job in the world. So, I'm gonna put that out there. We're gonna ask some questions, but first, I just want to say how the family doing. We took last weekend off, so we didn't have the show, but we still back this week in full force. Hopefully, the rest of the family will come in, but nonetheless, we're gonna keep it moving. So, how everybody been? You know, just want to say what's up to the family and, just let y'all know what's going on. It's the 21st September, so I'm in straight full campaign mode. I'm in straight campaign mode. It's all about campaigning and also, trying to be a servant for the citizens. Because at the end of the day, that's what the purpose of elected officials are, to serve the people. And I like to look at myself as somebody that has been serving the people all along. So running for office and putting my name in the hat to be able to serve the people is something I already been doing. So it ain't nothing new to me. It's something I already been doing. But I just say peace. I want to give Julie, one of the panel members, the opportunity to say something to the family. Introduce yourself, say hi.
Hi everyone, this is Julie from Wolverhampton, UK. It's about almost 3 a.m. here, so excuse my voice. Hi to everyone. How you all doing?
All right, thanks. She always been here from the beginning. Maybe one day I'll give y'all a story about how me and Julie met through the internet, through social media. Y'all might be surprised with how we met, but throughout a period of time, we have became good friends. And I respect her judgment and also respect her point of view on a lot of different topics. So with that being said, the hardest job in the world is it being in the military? Fighting in the military is a hard job when you got to leave your loved ones and be willing to lay your life on the line for the country. Is that a tough job? Is, let's say, working on skyscrapers a tough job? Is welding a tough job? Is being a postal man a tough job? I'm just throwing some questions out there. Is picking cotton a tough job? Like, what is one of the hardest jobs in the world? Is telling the truth one of the hardest jobs in the world? Is flying an airplane one of the hardest jobs in the world? I don't know. Look, I'm just throwing it out there. What do y'all consider to be one of the hardest jobs in the world? Is writing a hard job? Or does it depend on the person that you're asking the question to? Now, I have to throw that out there. Some people have to clean up bathrooms, clean up other people's feces. Is that the hardest job in the world? You have some people that work in nursing homes, have to take care of grown people. Is that one of the hardest jobs in the world? Julie, do you got an idea of what is one of the what to you, Julie, is one of the hardest jobs in the world?
It's a hard job, but I love it. Raising my children, making sure they stay on the straight and narrow. It is because of love where you keep on going. So it's not really hard, but you know.
So parenting to you is one of the hardest jobs in the world. You know, I can respect that. I can respect that.
Yes, in this day and age, to me, yes.
Okay, parenting. You know, that is a hard job. When you have to sacrifice anything and everything that you have had planned to do what's best for your children. So in a sense, you may have to put your life on hold to make sure that your children have everything they need. So yeah, I agree. I think that's a hard job. You know, but if for the viewers that's watching in the chat, what do y'all think is a hard job? Like, what is one of the hardest jobs in the world to any of the viewers that's watching? Because I'm gonna just tell y'all what I think it is. To me, and from my experience, and I've done construction work, so I have been 30, 40, 50 feet up in the air, putting shingles on roofs, actually building a roof from nothing. I've been up there. Now, I ain't been doing the skyscrapers that's way up there, you know, but I've been high. And I can tell you, that is a terrifying job to me. But that still ain't one of the hardest jobs in the world. It's still not the hardest to me, because when I see the condition that the black man and woman is in America, and how we are staying in this position, that height ain't nothing compared to trying to wake up the black man and black woman. To me, that is the hardest job in the world, is to wake up lost black women and men. To me, that's the hardest job in the world, because we're a stubborn race of people. We stubborn. We very stubborn, and we very proud for it at the same time. So that's a terrible combination. Now, before I get too far, let me before I jump in this subject too much. Now, on the last live stream show, one of the people that I'm running against in the race, named Donald Kirkland, I have heard that he has said some disparaging things about the organization that I'm a part of and me in general. So when I went on our live stream show, you know, I went in on him a little bit, but you know, I spoke to him afterwards, and I want to apologize because I mentioned his daughter. And even though we're running a political campaign against one another, out of everything that I have heard that he said, he never mentioned any of my children. So I want to apologize publicly to him for mentioning his daughter on my last video. So I wanted to say that and get that over with, because I'm a man of my word. And so I want to apologize about that before I get too far into this. Now, with that being said, I want to get back to this hardest job in the world, because in the process of me talking to the citizens and talking to the public on a daily-to-day basis. And when you start bringing up certain issues to people, you get responses from the people. And you get to hear what some of the people think. So throughout my interacting with the citizens, I'm running into answers that's had me like, yo, we fight an uphill battle, family, because some of our people, you know, that they don't want to let go. And we prideful. So we don't want change. So when you come to someone with that change, you get resisted with some force unheard of. Do you hear me? And when you talk to the brothers and sisters and try to enlighten them on a little bit of something, you get smacked in the face, straight up resistance. And it's like, it's tiring. It takes some out of you when you can see a problem. And when you're built to try to help fix problems, like I am. When I see a problem, if I have any expertise to help fix that problem, I will give my advice freely if it's wanted. So when you see a problem, i.e., in the area that I stay in, 77% of all the registered voters are African American. But in the last municipal election, only 4% voted. You see a big problem. To me, you got roughly 80% of the people that's registered and only 4% vote. That's a humongous problem to me. I see a problem. So, me being me, I want to come up with ways to fix this problem. So, before you can fix a problem, you first have to admit that there is a problem. So with them numbers, 80% and 4, automatically, you know you got a problem. That's all. Mathematically, you know that is a humongous problem. So with that problem, okay, now I have identified that it's a problem. It's a problem. So now that the problem has been identified, now let's find courses or actions that we can take to help solve this problem. So one of the ways of solving it is to speak to those. In the instance of voting, you want to speak to the citizens who are registered that have not been voting to find out why you ain't been voting. Now, I'm going to take this the voting route just for the simple fact I'm campaigning. Because I can take it, it don't have to be voting. We can deal with the incarceration rates. We can deal with the unemployment rates. I don't care how you want to slice this pie, I can deal with it. But I'm dealing with the voting because this is something that I'm actually in the middle of. So, as you talk to the citizens about the problem, why you ain't been voting, so now you start getting feedback. So when you're getting feedback from citizens, with me, I have to talk to a certain amount of people to see if I'm starting to get the same answer from the same people. If I'm getting the same answer from different people so I can see that there's a pattern, or are all the answers different? So as I talk, you start finding out that there's actually a pattern. Now, you start getting a pattern. So once I have identified, okay, now we got a pattern. So out of 10 people, maybe 3 people tell me this is the reason they don't vote. Now, out of them same 10, I may find 1 or 2 that tells me this is the reason they don't vote. So I'm narrowing it down. I'm like, listen, this is what I do. I'm a problem solver. So let's solve this problem. So now you go about trying to deal with the reasons. Now, I'm not stating the reasons for different reasons, why I'm not really stating the different reasons I'm getting. But I can give y'all some vague answers like, it don't matter. I get Bible verses thrown at me. Julie, maybe you can help me. I get Bible verses thrown at me. I think one of them is John, where it says, be in the world, but not partaking worldly things. I'm trying to get it right and exact, but I don't know about hard. But it's something to that. I'm hearing that. Be in the world, but not of the world.
Yeah.
What is the verse, Julie?
Be in the world, but not of it.
Yeah, be in the world, but not of it. Yeah. So yeah. That's some of the answers I'm getting why people don't vote. I'm getting that. Right? So, all right, no sweat. Hey, that's your thing. So I'm getting answers like, well, it don't matter. No matter who we vote for, ain't nothing gonna change. So even with them 2 examples, then you get, well, I'm a felon. I'm not able to vote because I have some pending charges, or, I was convicted of a felon. Them easy fixable. The felon is very easy. You can fix that real simple. Well, you can get reinstated. That's automatic. That ain't hard. You hear quite many of that. But the main 2 I keep hearing is John, to be in the world but not of the world, and it don't matter. Because no matter who we vote in, things ain't gonna change. So now I know we have a problem. I've talked to the citizens and I have received answers for why they don't vote. And I can narrow it down to 3 real reasons why I'm getting people don't vote. So now what I want to do is, now it's time to go around it. So let me show you where what you're saying may be flawed just a little bit. And without going too much into it, so like I give the ones that say, well, it doesn't matter because ain't nothing gonna change. You let them understand that voting in itself is change. And if you don't vote, it's never gonna change because the same people that's in office or the same things that's going on ain't never gonna change. I like to give the idea that the example of if you like somebody, like for all the fellas or even the females that may watch this, you may remember a time when you was in school, probably elementary or middle school, where you saw somebody and you had a crush on that person. You liked them, but you never told them, right? So you sit there and stare at them or say hi, giggle, whatever, give them snacks, whatever, but you never really told them that you like them. Where the person doesn't know how you feel. But once you get the courage to walk up to the young lady and express your feelings to her, now she know how you feel. So now the young lady can make her decision, or she know how you feel about her. So now you have expressed the way you feel. Well, for those who say it don't matter, that's why I'm not voting, it's like looking at a girl that you never speak to. Because to the elected officials, they never know how you feel. Because your vote is an indication of how you feeling, depending on the way you vote. So if you don't vote, they never know how you feel. So I use that. That's one of the angles that I take when I deal with those who say it doesn't matter. I take that angle. But we some stubborn folks, man. I'm telling you, we are stubborn. And even with that, I get pushback. Well, just because I vote doesn't mean, so now where I don't vote because ain't that gonna change. But if I do vote, still ain't that gonna change. So it's a hard job. So even with those that hit me with the spiritual verse, I hit them simple. Okay. Well, when you get that light bill, you in the world. Now you can sit and play with it or not, but if you don't pay that light bill, your light's gonna get turned off. No matter how you want to slice that pie. No matter how you want to slice it. If you don't pay that bill, it's getting cut off. And in the same voice or in the same sentence, someone may complain about bills to me. So, I don't want to knock nobody culture or religion, so I'm not. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But when it comes to waking up the black man and the black woman, it's the hardest job in the world. Julie, do you want to jump in and say anything?
No, you carry on.
All right. Now with that, I'm gonna go to an article that The Root had. I saw an article at The Root. Now I'm gonna share this article. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna go through this article, and we're gonna discuss it. And because it's just mind-boggling to me when I saw it. So let me share my screen. Julie, can you see this?
Yes, I can see it.
All right. This is an article that was posted on The Root. And the name of the article says, "Straight black men are the white people of black people." Now, Gate, the heading of this sounds like an oxymoron to me. But let's get into this. Straight black men are the white people of black people. Now, this is by Damon Young. This is a brother that wrote this article. Now, straight black men is the new white people of for black people. Now, I'm gonna read a little bit of this, but I don't know how much my stomach gonna take. Now, it feels counterintuitive to suggest that straight black men as a whole possesses any sort of privilege, particularly the type of privilege created for and protected by whiteness. In America, we are near or at the bottom in every relevant metric determining quality of life. Now, what this author is doing, he's setting everybody up right now. This is a setup with what he's saying. This is a setup because there's a but coming somewhere. But let's keep going. Our arrests and incarceration rates are likelihood of dying a violent death, our likelihood of graduating high school and attending college, our unemployment rates, our average net worth, our likelihood of surviving past 70. I could continue, but the point is clear. But assessing our privilege or lack thereof on these facts considers only our relationship with whiteness and with America. Interracially, however, our relationship to and with black women is not unlike whiteness' relationship to us. In fact, it's eerie similar. So right now, the whole conversation or the whole article has made a quick shift. Because right now, now he's a brother, but I'm starting to wonder about the brother. But right now, the author is saying that the relationship between a black man and a black woman is not unlike whiteness relationship to us. So basically saying the white relationship toward black people is like the black man relationship toward the black woman. So I don't know, it's starting to sound like a feminist to me. That made me wonder about it, brother. Let's keep going. We're the ones from whom the first black president created an entire initiative to assist and uplift. Now, what he's talking about is that something that Barack Obama, my brother's keeper. That's what Barack Obama initiated when he was the president, my brother's keeper. But my brother's keeper was for minorities. It wasn't just for black men. Now, it was for minorities. Now, so it didn't just say black, it was for minorities. Now, I ain't going to talk about that too much, but let's keep going. We're the ones whose beatings and deaths at the hand of the police galvanized the community in a way that the beatings and sexual assaults and deaths that those same police inflict upon black women do not. So now he's saying that just because the black men get beat up by the cops, we galvanize around that. But when the women get beat up, we don't galvanize around that. I don't understand where he's going with this because I remember Sandra Bland. A lot of people stood up for Sandra Bland. Not only Sandra Bland, the young lady in Baltimore that was in the car, her son got shot. They stood up for her. So I don't understand where this author is headed with this conversation. But let's just keep going because he's trying to put the black man against the black woman. That's what I'm getting. Let's keep going. We're the ones whose mistreatment inspired a boycott of the NFL despite the NFL's long history of mishandling and outright ignoring far worse crimes against black women. Again, he's saying the boycott of the NFL should have been done. Where whoever the author is must understand, a lot of people have been boycotting NFL before Colin Kaepernick. It ain't just started with him. We were boycotting them before them. I know I was anyway, but let me keep going. We are the ones who get the biggest seat at the table and the biggest piece of chicken at the table, despite making the smallest contribution to the meal. This man is he's a feminist. I don't know if there's a such thing as a male feminist, but I think we got a male feminist on our hand. And nowhere is there more evident than when considering the collective danger we pose to Black women and our collective lack of willingness to accept and make amends for that truth. It's a damning and depressing paradox. When speaking about race and racism, we want our concerns and our worries and our fears to be acknowledged. We want white people to at least make an effort to understand that our reality is different from theirs and that white supremacy is a vital and inextricable part of America's foundation. And we grow frustrated when they refuse to acknowledge their role historically and presently in propagating it. Listen, man, I don't think I can make it through the rest. I'm gonna try, because I don't understand. I want to know if this brother married or not, because I don't understand. When the racism isn't blatant or doesn't appear to exist at all, we want them to give us the benefit of the doubt because we're trained ourselves to be able to sense it, even in minute and barely perceptible amounts. Because our safety depends on our recognition of it. We share how it feels to be stopped by a police officer, or perhaps to walk into an all-white bar and have each eye trained on us, or perhaps to jump down a street in an all-white neighborhood, and we want them to understand how words and gestures they consider to be intercourse can be threatening, even if there's no intention or malice. Listen, I'm done. I don't know who this brother. I can't do it no more. Now, because I'm gonna stop sharing this mess. Because I don't know what this brother is talking about. But basically, let me get out of here. Let me close that. Basically, I don't know what the brother talking about. But basically, he's trying to put the Black man against the Black woman. He's saying that the Black man is complaining, but doing the same thing to the Black woman that the white society is doing to us. Again, this is one of the hardest jobs in the world, is to save Black people. Because you have brothers like him that want to make an article and call straight Black, and you see the key word he used was straight Black men. Straight Black men. So I guess as long as you're not a straight Black man, you okay in this brother's eyes. It just makes, go ahead, Julie, you want to say, I know you probably think different, but you want to speak on this?
I can't stop laughing. There's a lot of information there. The American stuff I can't comment on, like the NFL and stuff, but when it comes to male and female Black men, you know, on Black women, generally speaking, it's not for everyone. I kind of agree with him. Please forgive me. I don't think Black men respect Black women not nearly enough, not even close to enough. I remember I was working in a barbershop a few months ago, and the things that I heard coming out of Black men's mouths, I was so turned off. I left the shop, to be honest. I couldn't. Black men just don't have a respect for Black women in the same way they would respect a white woman if they were dating them. I was so turned off. Turned off completely. I never wanted a Black man ever. I didn't want it ever again. I'm being honest. Respect there.
Now, Julie, I don't know what Kool-Aid you drinking over there in the UK, but listen, the black man I deal with, we consider the black woman God. So I don't know what other.
Stuart, huh? You know, you're in a different category. He's generalizing. You know what I mean?
But this is the key. The root is I don't know if you know who the root is or what art is, but the root always push feminist ideas and they always attack the black man. If you read their articles, they always attacking straight black men. Always. So it's an agenda with them. Now, as far as do you have brothers that mistreat women? Yes. You have brothers that mistreat them verbally, mentally, spiritually, sexually. Yes, you do have that. So I'm not gonna try to apologize for those that do it because I know it does happen. But when you try to say that the same oppression that the black man feels from the white quote unquote society is the same way the black man treats the black woman, is just false.
I don't know.
And I'm gonna give you a good example of how you know it's false. The black man and the black woman get the same treatment from the white man. They get the same treatment. We get the same treatment. It's the skin color. So I see this article as nothing but an attack, and it's just somebody really didn't have nothing else to talk about. And the headline is just, I don't know. I can't, and actually, I shouldn't even read it. I should have just do like I usually do. Don't even look at stuff that really just don't sit well with my soul. But I dipped into that one for some odd reason this time. But I can say that you have some black men that do disrespect black women. You have some so yeah, you do have some that disrespect the black woman and don't treat her the way she should be treated. So there ain't no sugarcoating that. But you can't use a broad stick like that and just paint everybody with that same brush. Because let me tell you something. You have female studs is what they're called, right? The women that like women that are manly. They treat black women the same way that brothers do. Call them bad names, disrespect them, cheat on them. So if that's the case, why not use that standard with all the so-called, how you say, whoever playing the main role in a relationship? Why he didn't include the quote-unquote studs in that article? Why did he specifically point out the black straight man? Because the purpose is to destroy the straight black man. That was the purpose of that article. And to turn the straight black woman against the straight black man. That's the purpose of that article. It's now, as far as what you may be experiencing, Julie, I'm not saying you don't experience that. But what I want to say pertaining to that article, you have women that treat the black woman the same way. But they're not in that article. Because what he's trying to do, he's attacking the black man. That's what he's doing. He's attacking the black man. And he's using feminist talking points to attack the black man. Like when Sandra Bland got shot, like didn't nobody, just push it under the rug. You know, the black men didn't stand up for Sandra Bland. When the girl got choked out in Misha in Charlotte, North Carolina, black men didn't go up there to Charlotte to try to shut the store down, or Detroit. Nah. What that is he's slanting that on purpose. The brother, he slanted that on purpose. He's a snake. That's the way I see it. But you know, I think that's the hardest job in the world, is waking up the black man and black woman. And it's a job that I'm glad that I'm fighting the fight. And it's an honor to fight on behalf of your people, even if they don't see it right now. It's an honor. So, you know, it is what it is. And I have to keep, you know, reiterating that just because, like with me, I don't like the situation that I see my family in. When I say my family, I'm talking about the black family. I don't like our situation that we're in. I hate it. I hate our situation. I hate that majority of the people that get locked up, or whenever court is going on, the majority of the defendants are black. I hate that. I hate the fact that majority of the crimes that may get committed are by people that look like me. I hate the fact that over 50% of all the inmates that's incarcerated look like me. I hate that, because I know that we are some of the most educated, resilient, the best of the best that we are the best of the best in all categories that can be offered to this society and world that we live in. But we're just misguided. And a lot of us are being dealt a bad hand. And we ain't got no wild cards. So when you are somebody like me that sees that and feels that pain and has to take it to bed with, I take it to bed with me every night I go to sleep. Only thing I can try to do is fight for my people. So at the end of the day, to other people, you might not understand where I'm coming from. You might see me in a negative light. You might think that I am being racist. However you want to look at me, understand, I am in pain for my people. So when I'm in pain for my people, that means I'm going to do whatever it takes to lift my people up. So if it takes me to speak to my people and don't worry about other people or other races, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm here to help my people by any means necessary. I'm not neglecting you. I'm just worried about my own house. before I worry about my neighbor. And that's the way I see things. I'm a black nationalist, and that ain't never gonna change. Never. But just because I'm a black nationalist does not mean that I can't work with other races. But you got to understand that my main focus and my main agenda is to help those that are suffering like me. Julie, you want to say something? Because I'm about to get right to winding on down.
In order to try and wake somebody up, you've got to first get them to self-examine. You got to humble yourself. Like that article, it forces you, well, it should force you to think about yourself. Are we really guilty of this? You know, humble yourself and really look at every area of your life. Are we really guilty of this? And we don't have enough black on black dialogue and discuss such matters. We just say, nah, it's not true. But that you saying no, it's not true is a type of pride. You got to humble yourself and really self-examine in order to change your mindset before you can even begin to think about waking up. Waking up is a change of mindset, but you've got to self-examine first.
So, I love your point of view, but let me tell you, you don't understand that article is slighted. And for some odd reason, you don't want to see that it's slighted. You stuck on, it's always great to examine yourself. You always want to examine yourself. You always want to know and watch what you do and say, okay, could I have done this better? Do I fit in this shoes? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you got to understand that the heading of that article in itself lets you know. It says the straight black man. Now, if it would have just said the black man in general, why did the author put emphasis on straight?
Well, for me, I had to think about when it says black man, what type of black? Here in England, there's a lot of nationalities. So I could only equate that to black being born in Western world, because that doesn't apply to foreign black men to me. It doesn't.
No. I said straight. Why did he put the word straight in front of it? Why did he put emphasis on straight?
I don't know about the gay community, lovely. That's not my area, so I can't talk.
No. I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because he emphasized straight to separate the black men, the straight black men from the gay black men. That was the purpose of that, was to separate the straight black men from the gay black men. That's the purpose of straight. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, that if that article is biased towards straight black men.
So is that man gay? The writer of the article? I don't know.
I don't know, but I can tell you from reading, he have a feminist point of view. He have a feminist point of view. Now, if he would have just said the black man in general, maybe. But the fact that he emphasized straight black men says everything to me. So that let me know right then the code words. The code words was that for, okay, but the gay black men are not the white man of the black society. The gay black man ain't, but the straight black man is.
But being that he's relating to black men in relationship to women, they have to be straight. What about that? Do you understand what I'm saying? He's talking about black men in relation to black women. So the man has to be straight. He's talking about how black men treat black women as a part of his article. So it is straight men.
You know what? I can see that, Julie. I already saw that, but that's why I brought up, what about the black women that date black women? What about the studs? Remember earlier I said, what about the studs? The studs are the women that are manly That's the manly part of the relationship. It's still, I'm telling you, the purpose is to divide. That was a division tactic. That's what it was. It was a division tactic. And no matter how you slice that pie, that's what that is. That's a division tactic. And not only that, that author has already wrote slanderous articles on Umar Johnson. The author has wrote slanderous articles on Tariq Nasheed. He have already been slandering some strong black men anyway. So, like, he have a history of it. But as far as him being gay or not, I don't know. And I can't speak on that. But as far as him slandering strong black men, he have a history of doing that. So that's what I see out of it. But you know, everybody got their own opinion. I told you I respect your opinion always. I respect your opinion. So it's something to look at, but I just want you to hear the fact that he put straight for it. It's straight for a reason. It's just to separate. It's to separate. And making, you know, like it be an issue in general. You know, but that's what it is. But yeah. I ain't gonna be up here too much longer. Julie, you want to say something? Cause you know, I'm probably around in 4 more minutes. I'm gonna close out.
No, you carry on, still.
You know, it's a quick little show. You know, we in full force. NCRBG, we out here. You know, we still building for the future with the Rosa Parks Sankofa Academy. We still teaching. We still reaching. You know, we got the Rosa Parks Sankofa clothing line is coming. You know, other members, we have new members. You know, I guess they're a little camera shy. They ain't ready to get in front of the camera. But you know, we study growing. We constantly moving. You know, this is September. You know, November makes our 1 year anniversary. November make a year that we have been started. So it's September the 21st. So we like 2 months away from our 1 year anniversary. And you know, it's been a long journey. And it's been a journey wherein we have learned. I in particular have learned. 8 months ago, I don't think I was the same person that I am today. I think throughout this journey, it has been a journey of growth. Because at the end of the day, we are all trying to grow. That was the purpose of this organization, was to grow. Not only to restore the Black family and protect the Black family, but also to grow. Because to restore, you have to grow. So I feel like a lot of growth has been made and a lot of progress has been made within the last year. And I can't wait for 2018 because we got a lot of things that we have planned to move forward, because the purpose is to move forward. But you know, it's a great accomplishment to, you know, be a part of something and to have been there in the very beginning when it was nothing no more than a thought. When it was just a thought at first, a thought of something to do. And to look back 10 months later, 11 months later, after a thought, and the thought has become a reality. And now we're in the process of continually to make history. It's a wonderful thing. And it also lets you know the power that we have when we put our mind to something. When we say that we want to do something, we're going to do it. It's powerful. So with that being said, I just want to tell the family, peace, Black power, Black love, Black unity. And I will see y'all again next week, 9:30 sharp. Peace.